The Shadow Defence Minister Andrew Hastie has criticised the government's willingness to send Australian troops to Ukraine. The Prime Minister says he'll consider any proposal that comes from Ukraine as part of a multinational peacekeeping force.
A rare sight in the lead up to a federal election, the Defence Minister and his opposition side by side discussing the issues at the forefront of Australia's armed forces. But that is where the bipartisanship ended at News Corp's Defending Australia forum. Andrew Hastie quick to criticise the government's openness to sending Australian troops to Ukraine.
I just don't think we should rush to commit young Australians to a conflict without a request.
Defence Minister Richard Marles defended the stance despite refusing to send support to the US in the Red Sea in 2023, saying what's happening in Ukraine is directly related to building Australia's defence of the Indo-Pacific.
The global rules-based order that is so central to our national interest as an island trading nation, where there's a physical manifestation, and that's our sea lines of communication, freedom of navigation goes directly to our national prosperity, where all of that is under pressure in our region and all of that is on trial in Ukraine.
Mr Hastie also called out the Prime Minister's handling of Chinese warships currently circulating the Australian coast for live firing exercises.
Pick up the phone, make the call. He was at pains to explain it away, as within international law. OK, we get that, that's the way they operate, but the message was very clear.
The message not so clear for Richard Marles.
I'm not saying that. I think it is really important to conduct this surveillance, to properly understand exactly what they were doing, what they were practicing, and I think from there to understand what message, if any, is being sent to us.
But the Defence Minister did fire back at the opposition, calling the Coalition's $3 billion pledge to buy 28 new fighter jets policy on the run.
Coalition are there saying we need defence capability right now. You know, I've got to break it to Peter Dutton. When you go to the F-35 shop to buy the F-35s, you can't get one tomorrow.
But the Coalition's plan doesn't end at fighter jets and could see more drones and missiles added to the arsenal.
We need to have depth in the capability, but we need to look at other capabilities as well, missiles, but also drones. And I think when it comes to defence industry policy, comparative advantage is not discovered by the market, it's actually determined by the government. And I think there's areas that we can focus on as a country as we revive our industrial base and become world-leading experts at those capabilities, and then export them potentially as part of Pillar 2 in AUKUS.
It comes as the Defence Minister launched the AUKUS submarine industry strategy, which will look to simplify regulation, create demand for industry and help Australian businesses enter the overseas supply chain. Monique Van Hayden, Sky News.